On this episode of Drag Truck, a couple of things. We're going to catch you up on the tune, the end of our tuning on the 318 at least. Have a little game you can play, win something. Follow me to the end of the video. I'll explain all we're going to do. It's just something for fun, of course. But first, let me catch you up on the tune. We'll start by swapping out some plugs. We'll see what they got in there. First one out, it's an Autolite 65, not a bad plug. Good choice for this. But look, here's my total timing where it ends right here on the strap, which is just ideal. This plug here is actually burning pretty good as far as the timing goes, and the porcelain's the right color. A little heavy on the right here, kind of right through here. A lot of short cold starts could build this up here, right here on the casing. But it looks like we're doing pretty good. That's probably a very usable plug. If I get a couple more like that, we might just stick with these and not even put new ones in it. So all of these look the same. So I've made the executive decision to, we're going to save our pennies and go ahead and just stick with these Autolites. They seem to be doing okay for us. We're just going to see if we can't degrease the front of this motor and what's easy to see, and just make things a little cleaner. Then I said, why not underneath the rest of the hood? So we'll wrench this off and see what it does after it sits a minute, of course. We got some of the grease cleaned up. I'm just running the Autolite plugs that were in there. I'm not spending 50 cents if I don't have to. I am going to put a new distributor cap and rotor on there, though. I like to buy them in a set so the distance and the make is kosher. And this is pretty much how the 318 will be ran. Just to see what the 318 did, you know. Obviously this isn't in its condition the motor of the future of this truck, but we'll see what we can do with an old stock 318. All we did is add the 4-barrel and the headers. I also picked up a cap and rotor from O'Reilly's. They gave me Blue Streak. I didn't ask for it. I think they're a little higher quality cap than some of the other brands. Just my opinion. When I buy a distributor cap, I like to, if I can, get the same brand of rotor. I just think they're a little bit more kosher with each other for how each is made. It probably don't make any difference. It's probably just me. We'll put those on here. That's going to pretty much conclude the basic tune-up that we're going to give this 318. We haven't forgot, we have a 5.9 Magnum. We also have a 440 down there. So we also have a lot of projects. We also work a lot. We're busy. So as time permits, we just keep moving forward with this stuff. That's what makes it fun. It's just a hobby. So we're going to go ahead and throw this cap and rotor on. Make sure everything runs good. And next is to see what the old 318 will do. Now to swap out the cap and rotor, don't go making it more than it needs to be. Just be careful that you don't drop your cap. If you drop it and crack it, yeah, that might cause you a little bit more of a problem, and especially when it's wet outside. Anyways, you can do it a couple of ways. You can pull everything off as fast as you can and drop the new on, and yeah, if you know everything by heart, you can put it right back where it's supposed to be. Not a problem. Or if you're unsure of the firing order and all that, well, just do it one at a time from one cap to the other. Again, don't make it more than it needs to be. Just pop that cap cap off. A clip on each side. And you just pull straight up on your rotor. I have no idea what brand this one is. It's just been laying around and it's one I had. That's why I used it. But look at the difference. Look at the difference in width. Back here, the thickness. Also, look at the difference in how thick the walls are versus. Pretty amazing, huh? Well, anyways, this one ran it good. I'll save it. Inside there's a little notch. If you look inside that hole, you can see, and it only goes one way. We'll put it back on there, and the rotor's on. I had to push on that one quite a bit to get it to seat. And now we'll do our plug wires real quick. And I can't hold the camera and do this at the same time, and I'm not going to try to set up the tripod underneath the hood. So you just have to trust me. I'll just do it one plug wire at a time, cap to cap. I don't feel like thinking today. And if you look, you can see those terminals there. They're pretty much zapped into the sides there. But I know it ran good. So I'll save this, and why not? And why not that? Never know. Never know. Alright, we're just going to do a little verification just to make sure nothing here goes wrong. Well, I think that'll about conclude the tuning I'm going to do on the 318. It'll have to sink or swim. This isn't a in-depth tune. If I'd have done that, the carburetor would have been disassembled. There would have been a little bit more intense timing and things like that that are done. I know, I get it. This is how this one's going to have to go. If we don't get off of it, we'll never get another one in it. I like these lug nuts. NHRA approved. There's the number. So the game is really easy. All it is you guess what you think the ET will be on this in a quarter mile. If you guess right, we'll send you one of our 318 will run mugs, and we're going to give it to the guy who gets the closest if nobody gets it right on. The only two rules of this is post your ET slip first so nobody has to read your paragraph to find it. Post what you think it'll run, for example, and then all your writings or whatever you want to comment afterwards, fine. But just make sure you put the ET slip first, and then any remark you want to make after that. The other thing is no editing, because when people come, they're going to see your ET. They're going to have to guess something different than you, because I'm going to give the mug to the person that was first if two people got the same thing. This way here, people can scroll through and see without reading everybody's paragraph if they don't wish to. So, easy enough. Put your ET guess first. Put your comments afterwards. No editing. Once you hit post, once you post your comment, no going back and editing it. We're leaving it right there. Just for those that are just joining and you want to make an educated guess, I'll catch everyone up to speed. You see the smoking tires, you hear the name drag truck, you even hear 430 gears, and you say, wow, at the starting line with me in it, it's going to weigh around 3750. The 318 outside of the headers and 4-barrel is untouched. It's an old greasy 318. It's got a tight torque converter 727 in it, and it's going to weigh 3750 at the start line. So use your best judgment off of that information. If you want more details, I got a playlist this long on this truck and everything that's been done. So keep that in mind when you make your guess. I'm just going to fill out my guess and put it into the glove box of the truck. I'm not going to show you. I don't want to influence somebody else's guesstimation. Also, the winner will be in the description below after we run it. Also, we'll announce it on the episode of where we actually run it at Test and Tune. So we'll declare who the winner was there. It's just something fun, something to do. We do got the drag radials on the back for traction. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get this down there. It may take us a week or 2 or 3. It might even take a month or a month and a half. It's got to go off of my schedule, their schedule, and the weather. When all that's right, we'll be down there. Hopefully sooner than later. Until next time, appreciate you joining us again. Be safe.